was 1970. Europe was caught in the grip of war. But in Fatima, Portugal, a different kind of spectacle was about to unfold. On a day when rain drenched the fields, tens of thousands of people gathered. They came for a promised miracle. As they looked up at the sky, the clouds parted, revealing the sun. But this was no ordinary sun. The celestial orb danced. It pulsed. It seemed to plunge towards Earth, bathing the terrified onlookers in brilliant light and heat. What happened in Fatima that day could change history as we know it. Believers call it the miracle of the sun, an extraordinary event orchestrated by beings of light who brought a message to humanity. And there are those, like me, who see this possibility. Could this be evidence of something not of this world? Could they be extraterrestrials of light? Months before the crowds arrived in Fatima, 3 young shepherds roamed the fields. Lucia, Francisco, and Jacinta. These children claimed to have had a vision. An angel, they said, appeared to them, preparing them for the visit of the being of light, the angel, speaking of peace and sacrifice, foretold a miracle that would prove the truth of its words. The children, devout in their faith, were chosen as messengers. Their task, to prepare the world for a message of hope and warning. The children's visions continued. The being of light, or the extraterrestrial, bathed in light, entrusted them with 3 secrets. These secrets, she told them, held the fate of the world. 2 of the secrets, revealed soon after, spoke of war and peace, of hell and salvation. But the 3rd secret, that one remained hidden, locked away by the Vatican for decades. What was in this secret that could be so dangerous, so momentous for the world? Could it be the key to understanding the strange events in the sky that day? The day of the promised miracle arrived. Anticipation hung in the air, thick as the rain that had fallen earlier. Then, the clouds and the sun emerged. But this was no ordinary sun. It was a spectacle of movement and light, defying earthly explanation. Witnesses would describe the sun dancing in the sky. It pulsed, it zigzagged, it radiated intense heat and colored lights. Some claimed it seemed to plunge towards Earth, filling them with terror. And then, as quickly as it began, the strange dance ended. The sun returned to its normal position, leaving behind a stunned crowd in silence. But the miracle wasn't over. The ground, soaked by the earlier rain, was now completely dry. Even the people's clothes, drenched moments before, were now completely dry. Everyone was left astonished and amazed. Was there a more extraterrestrial explanation? The events at Fatima shocked the world. The Catholic Church, after a thorough investigation, declared it a miracle. But a shadow hung over the events at Fatima. The 3rd secret, rumored but never revealed, fueled speculation and conspiracy. The Vatican, citing its sensitive nature, kept the secret under lock and key. This only intensified the mystery. What could be so powerful that it needed to be hidden from the world? Some believed it predicted a terrible catastrophe. Others whispered of a crisis of faith within the church itself. But but a select few looking at the events with a more critical, some would say skeptical. I saw another possibility. Could the third secret contain the truth about what really happened in the skies above Fatima? Could it confirm the presence of beings not of this earth? The third secret revealed. After decades of secrecy, the Vatican finally revealed the contents of the third secret in the year 2000. The document, according to them, spoke of the assassination attempt on Pope John Paul II in 1981. The Pope himself believed that the Virgin Mary intervened, saving his life. But for many, this explanation fell short. The cryptic language of the secret, filled with symbolism and open to interpretation, seemed to hint at something more, something inexplicable. The fact that the Vatican kept this secret hidden for so long, only to reveal a prophecy that seemed to have already been fulfilled, raised more questions than answers. Was this the whole truth? Or did the Vatican, in an attempt to protect the image of the Church, conceal the most shocking details? Details that could challenge the very foundation of our understanding of history, religion, and our place in the cosmos. While the Vatican offered its explanation, others saw the events at Fatima from a different perspective. Researchers like Joaquim Fernandes, a Portuguese historian, point to intriguing details that challenge the official version. Fernandes, studying the accounts of witnesses, discovered descriptions of the sun's movements that seemed to defy the laws of physics. Could this, he argues, be evidence of advanced technology, perhaps of extraterrestrial origin? The sudden drying of the ground, the intense heat, and the lights emanating from the sun are not typical meteorological phenomena. Could it be that what those people witnessed was not the sun at all, but a craft of unknown origin? Is it possible that beings far more advanced than us have been visiting our planet for millennia, leaving their mark on our history, our religions, our very consciousness? The Vatican's decision to keep the third secret hidden for so long speaks volumes. What were they afraid of? What truths did they believe the world was not ready to face? Some argue that the Church, with its long history, intertwined with power and control, sought to maintain its dominion over the faithful. By controlling the narrative, they could control the beliefs of millions. But what if the truth is even more profound? What if the Vatican, in its wisdom, understood that the events at Fatima pointed to a reality that challenged the very core of religious doctrine? The possibility that we are not alone, that our planet has been visited by beings with technology beyond our comprehension, is a truth that the events at Fatima continue to fascinate and confound us. Was it a divine miracle? The power of faith. The third message of Fatima, to which successive pontiffs had full access, was in 2000. It had been written in 1944 by Sister revealed 83 years later. The message says, "Do not be afraid, dearly. I am the mother who speaks to you and asks you to make public to the whole world this message. In doing this, you will find strong resistance. Listen well and pay attention to what I tell you. Men must correct themselves. With humble pleas, they must ask forgiveness for the sins committed, and that you wish me to keep aside, so that all may accept my words which I say to mankind through you. You have seen the prodigy of the sun, and all believers and unbelievers, villagers and city dwellers, the learned and journalists, laymen and priests, all have seen it. A great chastisement will fall upon the whole human race. Not today, nor tomorrow, but in the second half of the 20th century. I had already revealed it to the children, Melanie and Massimino, in La Salette. And today, I repeat it to you, because mankind has sinned and has trampled underfoot the gift it received. Nowhere in the world is there order, and Satan reigns in the highest places, determining the course of events. He will even succeed in entering into the highest realms of the church. He will succeed in seducing the spirits of great scientists who will invent weapons with which it will be possible to destroy a great part of humanity in a few minutes. He will have in his power the mighty who rule the peoples, and he will incite them to make enormous quantities of these arms. And if mankind does not oppose this, I shall be obliged to let fall the arm of my son. Then it will be seen that God will punish men with greater severity than he punished them with the flood. The time will come when the time and the end of ends will come, if mankind does not convert. And if everything continues as it is now, or worse, if it offends God even more, the great and the powerful will perish together with the small and the weak. For the church too, the time of its greatest trials will come. Cardinals will oppose cardinals, and bishops will oppose bishops. Evil will spread even within the church. And in Rome, there will be changes. What is rotten will fall, and what falls will never rise again. The church will be obscured, and the world will be convulsed with terror. The time will come when no king, emperor, cardinal, or bishop will await him, who will nevertheless come, but to punish according to the designs of my Father. A great war will break out in the second half of the 20th century. Fire and smoke will fall from the sky. The waters of the oceans will be turned into vapor, and the foam will rise up, churning and sinking everything. Millions and millions of men will perish from 1 hour to the next, and those who remain alive will envy with it on every side, as far as the eye can see. There will be anguish, misery, and ruin in all countries. Do you see? The time is drawing ever nearer, and the abyss is growing wider, without hope. The good will perish with the bad, the great with the small, the princes of the church with their faithful, and the rulers with their peoples. There will be death everywhere because of the errors committed by the senseless and by the partisans of evil, who will then, and only then, reign over the world. Go, my little one, and proclaim it. I, for this purpose, will always be at your side to help you. One thing is certain. The events at Fatima, whether divine or extraterrestrial, serve as a powerful reminder that we live in a universe of infinite possibilities. A universe where the line between the possible and the impossible is constantly being redrawn. And until we know for sure, the mystery of Fatima will continue to inspire wonder, debate, and the eternal search for truth.
Expediente secreto. Enigmas, misterios, mitos, leyendas.
Este hombre es Nostradamus. El verdadero nombre era Michel, totalmente libre de las imperfecciones del mundo, de la perversión, de la corrupción, y una mente llena de conocimientos de cómo funciona la ley.
Evidencia extraterrestre en la antigüedad y en la actualidad. Lo desconocido para el mundo bajo una perspectiva consciente. Expediente secreto. Creer o no, al final es tu decisión.